initiated by him, he said, "Oh, you're the son of a king. I can't accept you." So then he hid when his desired Gurudev was going to pass in the forest. After he would leave the forest, Narottam Das Thakur would clean up the stool and urine and make the place very nice and fragrant and clean. So one night, when he was doing that, Lokanath Swami was hiding and grabbed him and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I want you to accept me," so he did. So the greatness of such devotees. We discussed the other day, morning or evening, I forget, about Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that the caste brahmanas were angry that he was preaching, teaching, writing about Raganuga Bhakti, so they conspired to kill him. And then in the still darkness in Vrindavan forest, they knew where he was doing his bhajan, and just before they saw him, he turned into a manjari picking flowers for Radharani. And they said, "Have you seen a saint around here?" And she said, "Yes, I'm just picking flowers for my Swamini, and I saw that he went that way." So the dacoits started to go that way, but then when they turned around, they saw that maidservant had little teenage girl turned into Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Then they realized their mistake and fell down at his feet and became his disciples, became very good devotees. Baladev Vidyabhusan, you probably know the history of how he went to Jaipur on behalf of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and convinced the whole assembly that indeed Srimati Radhika should be on the left side of Govinda. And Govinda himself dictated Govinda Bhasya to Baladev Vidyabhusan, who then just was the scribe, and that became the commentary of Vedanta Sutra, Bhagavad Gita. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what could be said about him? Gadadhar Pandit himself manifested as Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who's also Kamal Manjari, who wrote so many books and so many songs. Srila Gurudev said even singing one of his songs can free one from all material desires in the ocean of birth and death. That quote is stated in the Soul of Book Distribution. Gaur Das Babaji Maharaj, you know all about. So these are the qualities of the pure devotees, and I don't have to tell you about Prabhupada and Gurudev. So you're asking then, what's next? So, as you know, Srila Gurudev told his sannyasis, because we sent out about 4 or 5 morning walks and darshans from 2007, 8, 9, where Srila Gurudev is telling all of his sannyasis that if you think, he's not leaving it up to anybody else, but if you personally think that you are Majjhima Adhikari, particularly Majjhima Majjhim, then you can initiate. But if you're actually a Kanistha Adhikari and you start playing the role of initiating, then, because the nature of a Kanistha Adhikari, and I know by personal experience, the nature of a Kanistha Adhikari is to be proud. So he will think, I'm the best guru, I know more than everybody, nobody knows as much Siddhanta as I do, then he will definitely fall down. He said, but there's one rule and regulation. There must be love and affection among you. If any of you say, don't take initiation from him, he's bad, rather take initiation from me, or someone else, then you get one more chance. And if you do it again, then you lose your credit for being guru in the Sangha. And I want there to be a committee or a board that, what's the word, that sees to that. So those are and then the devotees asked him many questions, like Shripad Bhagavad Maharaj asked him, the other day, Gurudev, you said that only the Uttam Mahabhagavad can give the actual seed of bhakti, the bhakti lata bij, in a real way. So now you're saying something different, or what are you saying? So Gurudev said, no, only the Uttam Mahabhagavad can give that real seed. But the Majjhima Adhikari can inspire one for that. Even if he's not realized, he can give something. So Gurudev, and the devotees were actually fighting him, because they'd heard enough years from him, they'd read enough books to know what the qualifications of a guru are. So they were fighting him, really. You can hear them, you can hear the sound files, or even read the transcriptions. But he was insisting that this is my desire, I want you to do this. But if in so many places, and also in these discussions, he said that the reason I'm asking for this is because Uttam Mahabhagavad is very rare, but Madhyama is everywhere. Madhyama is almost everywhere, and Madhyama you'll find everywhere. But then, if there's a Uttama Mahabhagavad that you know about, then the Majjhima, either the Majjhima Adhikari brings the disciple to the Uttama Adhikari for more realized shiksha. That is, I can say the same thing that Gurudev can say. I can exactly repeat a sentence. But Gurudev explained that there's 3 levels of preachers. One is one who gives just words, one who gives the shadow of reality, that is the Raganuga Bhakta, and like somebody in Asakti or Bhav, and one who gives the reality. Like, for example, they so much can give reality that just by touching the disciple can become a self-realized soul. Like in the case of Gop Kumar, you know about his journey. He was born in Vrindavan at Govardhan as the son of a cowherd lady. So he was a cowherd boy, even in this world. And Radharani, but he was a self-realized soul. He was an associate of the Lord, but he came to play the role of a Majjhima. Only a Majjhima can give initiation. But to take initiation from a Majjhima who can give Braj Bhakti, that Majjhima must be an Uttama playing the role of a Majjhima. So, Gop Kumar was an associate of Krishna as a cowherd boy. His name in Goloka Vrindavan is, is Swarup, and cowherd friend of Krishna. So Radharani sent him to this world. So he played a role of, then she sent him a spiritual master who's a manifestation of Krishna himself, named Jayanta. And Jayanta was weeping in a kunj, and he couldn't tell if the person was singing or weeping. So he went there, and Jayanta gave him the Gopal mantra. You all know this history? Yes? No? Who are the no's? You all know it.
Heard a little bit, but I don't know it all.
Okay. So I'll say it quickly then. So Jayanta gave him the Gopal mantra, and he told him